We are live in Crossville in Cumberland County where, I'm not joking, I think it's starting to come down. We'll have an update with you in just a few minutes.
It's about darn time, folks. Actually, we knew it was going to happen mid-morning, but we're excited about it. We'll continue to talk more about these flurries that we'll have for the rest of the day coming up.
And I'm at the West Hills YMCA where we are eagerly awaiting the snow. Coming up, I'll show you the calm before the storm and what we're anticipating.
10 News is sponsored by Premier Family of Dealerships. 10 News on WBIR starts now.
Well, good morning. A beautiful shot of East Tennessee just waiting to be blanketed in snow. It's coming soon, my friends. Rebecca and Tavian have been saying all week long it's expected mid-morning, and we're still expecting it mid-morning. When you predict mid-morning, it doesn't start at 8. It's just how it works.
I know. Well, it doesn't start when you wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
And you're like, whoa, where is it? But I feel the same way. I secretly was waking up this morning going, come on, snow, you got it. But no, we're starting to see it, ladies. We're starting to get some pictures coming in. So everything is taking shape as we had expected. It's just tough when you see it like this on the radar because you see the snow and you're like, wow, why is it not actually falling and moving into our area? It's because we have this little dry pocket near the surface. And once we continue to see this dry pocket start to saturate, we're going to start to see that snow, making its way through the area. So here's a glimpse as to where we are at again with your winter storm warnings. These are going to be in effect as we go throughout the rest of the day today and into tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're also tracking a wind advisory that's going to be in place, and this is going to be in effect from 1 p.m. today until 9 p.m. tonight. This is where we are watching the potential for perhaps maybe a little bit of a wintry mix into the far southern valley. So as we look ahead to your 7-day forecast, we're going to be continuing to see temperatures topping off into the 30s today. Looking at the chance for this snow making its way into the region. I've been trying to get in some pictures for you folks. We just received a photo from McMinn County where we're starting to see these flurries fly. We've heard reports of up to about an inch of snow in Chattanooga. And so the snow is coming, and once it does, it's going to quickly accumulate across the region and make travel difficult. I know it's early and you have kids at home from a snow day and you're just anxiously waiting for this snow. It will be arriving shortly, folks. Winter storm warnings in effect across the entire state of Tennessee. These are issued because they're highlighting the fact that travel is not going to be advised. In fact, from our reporters that we have in two parts, our meteorologists that we have down in Chattanooga, they're posting that travel is awful. Roads are slippery, snow is accumulating quickly, and this is just a little taste of what is going to be moving into our region. We're watching this snow that's going to be sliding its way into the area as the day progresses forward. We'll see snow, then we'll have the chance for a little bit of a wintry mix moving into the far southern valley. This will be into the afternoon hours. A reminder, this is when we do have that wind advisory that will be in place. So gusty winds out of the south, not out of the question. Then we continue to go forward throughout the day. Some models are trying to indicate that this little band of wintry mix could even push as far north as parts of Knoxville. So that will take us into the afternoon and evening hours today. This could cause a little bit of a messy commute as we go to the evening hours tonight. If you don't have to be on the roads, folks, we're strongly encouraging you to stay off those roads. As we go into your weekend, all of the precipitation that we're going to be tracking today is going to be mainly moving out of the area. So falling precipitation, not a major concern, but roads will still be a little bit of an issue as we could continue to see perhaps some slippery conditions. Still looking at quite a bit of snow. Back roads, secondary roads, going to continue to, again, be more of an issue across the region. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures staying into the 30s and 40s as we go throughout the rest of the week. Melting and then refreezing will be a concern as we go into the overnight hours into your Sunday and Monday. But as of now, ladies, it's just a waiting game. But once that snow starts to fall, it's going to be a rather busy day.
All right, thank you, Rebecca, for covering this for us. And we are continuing our team coverage this morning. We're checking in now with Aaron Velasquez live in Crossville. He's starting to see some snow.
That's exactly right. After 4 hours of waiting, I don't know if you could see it on my face, my jacket, my beard. we're getting snow. It's real tiny, but it's coming down. These are like miniature little snowflakes just wisping in the wind. I'm excited. I mean, my energy. I just got a snowflake in my eye. That's live on TV. You saw that. But no, in all seriousness, we've been waiting for it all morning, and the time has arrived. I'm sure it's going to be coming to y'all in Knox County and all the surrounding counties soon. But here in Cumberland County, I can confirm we have got snow falling from the sky, and it is exciting. I know that people are just going to be going to be having a lot of fun today in the snow. Just be sure to dress warmly like I am, and be safe. Have a first aid kit if you're going to go out, and have an emergency kit prepared in your home and in your vehicle if you end up going on those roads. Just be safe. But it's exciting. I'm here at the Buc-ee's. Snow's falling. I feel like I'm in a movie, in a southern movie. Snow falling at the Buc-ee's. You don't get much more American than that. It's going to be an exciting morning here in Cumberland County. We're going to continue to monitor the conditions here. Now that it started, I don't know if it's ever going to stop again, but like I said, right now, coming down really wispy, really kind of in the wind, really small, light snow. So we'll see how it ends up later this morning. Sam, I know you're over there in West Knoxville. What are you seeing over there?
Well, we're not going to get to Sam yet, but this is cracking me up.
Ain't
because
life
this is
grand.
what it's like for a California kid seeing snow.
This is America. Buc-ee's and snow. Aaron, you make me laugh. Just go spin in it. Do a twirl.
Right. Well, this morning we were checking in with emergency management officials and county leaders across East Tennessee about how they're preparing for today's weather and how you can stay safe. And Monroe County EMA Director Chad Lemming joins us again. What's it looking like where you are now, Chad? Any snow there yet?
No snow yet. I've been out trying to chase the flake, but can't find one to chase. There's none here.
It's coming. We can promise you that. Let me ask you this. Are your people eagerly awaiting the snow or hoping it doesn't come?
I think most are hoping it don't come. The kids are eagerly awaiting it and got their sleds ready and ready to hit the hills.
So tell us a little bit again. I know we talked this morning earlier. How do you prepare for something like this? And we got good enough warning. It seems like people canceled things early, which is good. Does that make it easier on your crews when you are trying to prepare the roads and things like that for an event like this?
Yes, luckily, it come on a Friday, and we have enough warning ahead of time that we were prepared to go ahead and call off schools and different the county offices and try to keep people at home because, like I said, we're expecting it to get slick here after lunch.
We can bet. And you've got quite the job ahead of you. Talk about how you're taking care of your crews as they're going to be working some long hours today.
Yeah, we'll just keep a check on them, make sure they're staying warm and safe, and just wait and see what happens.
Will you need to collaborate with any other agencies? Is that already set up in case things do turn bad?
We stay in touch with TEMA, through our local emergency management office here and have briefings with them. And right now it's just a waiting and a watching game to see what happens.
We feel the same, Chad. We feel the same. Not much has changed since we talked to you at 5 this morning. Thanks for being with us, though, and keep us updated if anything does change.
All right, yeah, good day.
You too. All right, we're going to send it back over to Tavian now. He's been keeping an eye on the roads for us. All right, well, we're starting to see some snow flurries finally.
Yes, we are finally starting to get some more flurries that are working their way in. Even Rebecca just got a picture in from the McMinn County area. Now you're taking a look here at our live traffic map where not too much activity happening at the moment. Now you're also taking a look at 640 at Clinton Highway. Now we are hearing about, again, some flakes happening in McMinn County. We've gotten a couple pictures in, so we're trying to get a camera view that will be up there soon. But they have been getting ready, all of the workers, TDOT workers, Knox County Public Works, driving around, getting that brine ready. It all comes out of these tanks here after it gets mixed up, about a salt water combination there. It all files down through that pipe to the sprayer you're going to see at the bottom that then tracks along the rest of the road. You'll notice here there are some holes here that are on the inside, and that's actually where the brine comes out of. This nice little black plastic wall here stops it from getting on your car instead, and it focuses it on the roads just like you saw right there. So what I'm going to be able to show you actually is a different shot that takes us to, looks like it's not working at the moment, but here's a good example that I can give you. So let's say we're going down a street like Broadway, that's going to continue to be clear, but say you go somewhere everywhere, like Highland Avenue, Cedar Lane. Those are going to be the kinds of places that will also get covered, but your local neighborhood roads are the ones that are the least likely to get treated in case they have to conserve salt, conserve brine, anything of the sort. And I have a nice cool shot here from the what is it, TDOT out down in the Chattanooga area. And what you're going to see on that shot is how we have some, oh, I lied. Looks like it's not working. Oh, there we go. So right here with this video, you can see that some of these trucks are picking up the salt, distributing it. Again, this is down the Chattanooga area because they follow with the salt after we start to see some of that snowfall coming. So once we have the snow coming down, you're going to see a lot of those trucks with the spreaders spinning around on the highways, on some of those main roads to help intercept some of that frozen precipitation that comes down. So we got the brine on the bottom, then we get the snow and ice, then we get the salt on top. So it's a full action here that's going to try to keep those roads as safe as possible. But again, the best thing you can do is stay off the roads. The easiest way to avoid a crash is to just be at home in the house, keeping things nice and calm. So ladies, I'll send things back on to you, and we'll continue to have updates when they come up.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it. We are now turning to Sam Perez.
She is live at the West Hills YMCA watching the roads and waiting for people to come out and enjoy the snow. Good morning.
Good morning. That is exactly right. Hearing the excitement in Aaron's voice has got me excited. I want to see that snow here, and especially I want to see people coming out to sled. That is the hope. So I'm going to show you what we're working with. I got my hand warmers right here, and I do have some in my shoes. So if I trip, that might be why. But this is the hill we're standing on, and we are just waiting for people to come here, bring their sleds. We haven't seen any snow flurries yet, but we are eagerly awaiting that. What we have seen are people coming to get that morning workout in. And so impressive that they are able to stick with their New Year's resolutions despite the freezing temperatures, because let me tell you, it is cold out here. So again, got the hand warmers, got them in my shoes, and we are just waiting for people to come sled after this gets a little coating. We are hoping that that's going to happen soon, and we're here bringing you the updates. Now, what I do want is a sled. I did not bring one of those. I'm prepared with the hand warmers, got a hat in the car, got my layers, but I don't have a sled. So hopefully someone will come out and maybe share it with us. But for now, I'll send things back to you.
Well, you're going to look good doing it, I can tell you that.
Sam, that hair is perfect. Perfect. Don't put a hat on, even if you're cold. No,
All right. You are going to have to bundle up, though, today if you're going to go out there, Rebecca.
What do they always say? Actually, I think Tavian tells me beauty is pain. So you just kind of have to grin and bear and make it through. Hey, check out. This is the photo that Tavian and I were talking about. We just get excited, folks, when we start to see some of this snow move into the area. And keep in mind, as you're watching this, or if you're watching this later on in the day, it's 9:15. We had forecast most of this snow pushing into the Central Valley anywhere between 10 to noon. So it is still early on in the day. So be prepared, folks, that things will be changing, but we're actually right on cue for where we were forecasting. Again, McMinn County, you can see that we do have some of this snow that is continuing to come down. This was shared to us by Jamie. We appreciate all of your pictures, folks. This is not Gatlinburg, this is downtown Knoxville, but temperatures are in the 20s. It is chilly outside. I think the reason why, and I can relate along with this, the reason why folks might be a little extra frustrated for the start of the day is because of this. You look at the satellite and radar, or if you have your own form of radar on your mobile device, or if you get notifications, it looks like it's snowing, but what we have in place and what we were watching within the layers of the atmosphere was this pocket of dry air that we have near the surface. And once that dry air starts to saturate, which is looking to be again after 10 o'clock this morning, we will start to see this snow coming down. And then again, from this point on, things will become quite active across the area. In fact, across parts of the Southern Valley and into Chattanooga, we've already had close to an inch of snow push into the region. Winter storm warnings in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we also have wind advisories that will be in effect into the higher elevations up from 1 today until 9 o'clock tonight. With those strong winds coming out of the south, I do have a few concerns for the second half of the day. For most of us, this is going to be an all-snow event, and I promise you folks, once it comes, it's going to be so exciting. But into the far Southern Valley, we could have a little bit of a wintry mix, and that could be a concern as we go into the evening hours tonight. This could also impact snowfall totals, whereas we were looking at seeing multiple inches of snow, which is still going to be likely when you factor snow, and then on top of this snow you get some sleet or some freezing rain. This could lead to more concerns on the roadways. We'll watch this carry on as we head into the early hours of your Saturday. Tomorrow, no falling precipitation, folks, but the concern in place is going to be the roads. We'll watch weather impact alert days in place tomorrow again because of the impacts that we'll have on the roads. Melt melting and refreezing will be a concern as we go into the early part of next week. Looking ahead at your satellite and radar, we have snow that's going to be increasing across the area. Winter storm warnings in effect across the entire state of Tennessee. Snow moving in. There is that chance that we could see that warm little pocket of air trying to bring in a wintry mix. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out tonight, folks. I'm going to be geeking out about it just as much as you are. And then on the back side of this system, it's all going to be cloud cover as we go into most of your Saturday and into your Sunday. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures into the 30s as we go throughout the rest of the weekend. Melting and refreezing going to be likely. Ladies.
Thanks, Rebecca. We're checking all over our area for where the snow's falling. So now we're going to head to Blount County.
Yes, that's where we find Libby Cunningham also awaiting the snow in that beautiful part of our community. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I am here in downtown Maryville, and I want you to take a look over here. If you can see the sidewalks, they're looking a little bit wet, and that is because road crews have been out here this morning treating them to make sure if you're out here walking in the snow later, you're not slipping, sliding, wiping out, anything like that. And that's one thing I've noticed all morning from when we left from West Knoxville, Ebenezer Road, North Shore, Pellissippi, Alcoa Highway, into downtown Maryville. These roads, they have been treated. When you get out of the car, your shoes crunch because there's salt down there. So the roads have been treated. We've seen some people driving by. They are really excited for the snow to come later, excited to maybe go sled behind Foothills Mall, I'm hearing is a great area. But now is a good time to get prepared. So if you have any plants that are still outside surviving the winter weather, bring them in. Drip your faucets. If your hose is plugged in, you're going to want to unplug that. That's what some of the public works guys in Alcoa have told me. Also, if your power goes out, you're going to want to make sure that your car has gas in it. Here's why. You can plug your phone into your car, your devices, talk to the outside world, let people know that your power is out. Another thing too, if your windshield wipers, you park outside like me rather, your windshield wipers, you want to prop them up, right? You don't want any type of precipitation to freeze on them. Then they break and you have to buy new ones after the snow's over. So we're here in downtown Maryville. We're excited for the snow to come, and the road crews are getting us safe. Back to you.
Oh, and it's so picturesque down there too. I can't wait to see snow in Maryville. And I think they still have their Christmas. Do they still have Christmas decorations up, Libby?
They still have the Christmas decorations up, and they look so good still. I'm excited to see them with the snow.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Well, we know Heather is. She still has her Christmas tree up. Thank you, Libya.
We continue our team coverage this morning as we experience some of these wintry conditions.
Yeah, we're checking back in with Aaron Velasquez live in Crossville. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You can tell by this big smile on my face. It's snowing here in Crossville in Cumberland County. It's starting to come down a little bit more frequent than what it was just a few minutes ago. It's not getting into my eyes. I can tell you that. That won't happen again, hopefully, but it's awesome, okay? I'm the California kid. I don't do snow much, so every time I get the opportunity to do snow, I'm gonna enjoy and have fun, and that's exactly what you folks at home should be doing. You know, once the snow hits your way, step outside watching WBIR, get outside, enjoy the snow, and get back inside to get warm and continue watching us, reporters like myself, doing silly things and having fun in the snow. Oh my God, it's getting my eyes again. I gotta wipe it again. Seriously, this is so much fun. Buc-ee's, I was in there earlier and they were telling me that they don't expect to get a lot of customers today because of the roadways, and that's exactly why we're here. Hey, how you doing? We're here right off of the exit of I-40. You know, that roadway is going to be treated by TDOT, but once this snow starts coming down, there's only so much that their salt and brine solutions can do, which is why they're encouraging everybody to stay home. If you don't need a reason to go out today, don't go out. Enjoy the snow, play in it, have a lot of fun. And for now, ladies, I'm gonna send it back to you, but before I do that, check this out. I'm gonna just hit it with a little spin in the snow. It's a Christmas wonderland out here. We're having fun. It feels great to be in this snow right now.
It's a Christmas miracle. We've actually seen flurries during our time on the air. Yay!
We'll check out this footage from Memphis. This was from earlier in the morning where they were already seeing snow. Boy, a lot of it. The National Weather Service predicts Memphis could get anywhere between 5 and 8 inches. Now, as they get ready for more snow, the city's bringing out a new plan to tackle winter storms. TDOT will clean mostly interstates while city crews will focus on major streets. Before this year, the city only cleared inclines, overpasses, and bridges.
And I know I don't have to tell you this because you know, but this system is headed our way, and that's what it did in Memphis. So we're going to see some of that here soon. Tavian's keeping us updated. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, that tends to really be the case. Now, what you're looking at here is another camera view that's from 75 south as you look towards the Riceville area. So there are some people, as we look down into the Southern Valley, that are finally getting some flurries. You can see kind of on the edge of those roadways how some of the light snow is accumulating. Thankfully, not too many cars on the road at that point, and we're seeing some pretty good conditions across your traffic map. But like Abby just said, we are just waiting for that activity to make its way from west to middle Tennessee over here. But thankfully, all of the road crews have been preparing appropriately, whether it's TDOT or whether it's Knox County Public Works. We've been taking that brine, distributing it all over the county in terms of those major roads and collector roads. It all funnels down through this pipe and comes down to the spray. So the sprayer, I should say, that sits down at the bottom. It's these little holes right here that the brine comes out of, right how you're about to see on this truck as it slides its way on through. So all of the brine goes down beforehand. Okay, we're going to start to see some of those shots that roll on through. We're going to see all of that pass along. You're taking a look here at your traffic map. I heard that we had another camera view that came out of the Chattanooga area, which has been confirmed to see some more of that snowfall. So what you're seeing here is from TDOT and how some of the crews out of the Chattanooga area are already gathering salt and starting to distribute it. So again, the brine comes first before the snowfall event because it's going to intercept some of that ice and help prevent it from sticking to the ground. Then as we start to see that snowfall coming down, we really take the salt itself, and then the salt gets poured and spread over the roadways as the snow is falling and after the fact. So then we've got the brine on the bottom, this ice on, brine, ice, salt. And with that salt, that's then going to, again, help to melt some of the ice fall, the snowfall that comes on down to help keep the roads as clear as possible. Now, even with this done by all of the different road crews, it is still going to be messy out there because then we're going to have leftover water and salt and just kind of a slush on the ground. So the road conditions are never going to be necessarily good, just not as terrible as they could be thanks to the hard work of all of these good people. So we're going to continue to keep you updated on what we're seeing on the roads. If you get any pictures, videos, well, take some if you can, but not on the roads because, again, we want you to be safe. Ladies, I'm going to send things on to you.
All right, thank you. And we're going to check in with Sam Perez again.
Yeah, waiting on that snow. Any snowflakes?
Definitely eagerly awaiting it here at the West Hills YMCA. And you heard Tavian talking about some of the treatment. Libby was mentioning that too in Maryville. And I will say the parking lots here at the YMCA do look like they've been salted. So that's good news, hopefully, for the weather that we're going to see ahead. And right now I'm standing next to a ramp. So we are near Kingston Pike and I-40. And we've been able to see all the cars driving through. At this time, there are no issues on the roadways from what we can tell. Now, a good reminder as you're driving, number one, stay safe, use caution, especially when we start to see more of that moisture. But also, as you're driving across bridges like the one we're looking at right now, it's a good idea to use extra caution since those bridges can freeze first. So again, at this point, we're not seeing any issues with travelers on the road near us. The lots are salted and we are near some pretty big hills. So we are hoping as we start to see that snow that hopefully we'll start to see some people coming by to sled. If you do come out here, make sure to wear your layers, bring some hand warmers if you got them, and some good shoes because it is chilly out here. I'll send things back to y'all now.
All right, Sam, thanks so much. Keep us updated.
Let's send it over to Rebecca now in the Forecast Center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, we're giving you a glimpse into the South Knoxville camera. So this is looking into downtown Knoxville. Everything looks rather still and calm at this moment. But again, we were not forecasting snow until about mid-morning, so I know we're getting quite a few people who are upset about the lack of snow at this moment. My kiddos are included in that, but timing-wise, folks, this is going to be more of a mid-morning and into the afternoon event, so we all have to kind of take a deep breath and practice our patience. It's going to be moving in relatively soon. And as we give you a glimpse into downtown Knoxville, temperatures are chilly. You notice we have temperatures right now into the 20s, dew points into the teens. This is why we're not necessarily seeing the snow just yet. It's just too dry at the surface. But it will be picking up as we go throughout the day. The atmosphere is going to saturate. We're going to have nice cold air in place, and the temperature profile basically from top to bottom is going to be perfect for us to see some of this snow moving into the region. And then from that point on, folks, it is going to be a rather busy day. Let's think of this as more of a marathon, not a sprint. We don't want all of it just at once. This is going to be something that we're dealing with for the entire day. And we're going to continue to keep you updated as we go throughout the rest of the day. The National Weather Service does have a winter storm warning that will be in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is highlighted across the entire state of Tennessee, and this includes all of East Tennessee, showing us that we do have, again, hazardous travel conditions that will be in place all across the region. And then we have a wind advisory that will be in effect for the higher elevations from 1 p.m. today Saturday until 9 p.m. tonight. This, to me, is where I have a little bit of a concern. When we get these stronger winds out of the south, what do south winds do? Well, they bring in some warmer air. And so I'm questioning what this is going to do to us when we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Our high resolution model, one of our high resolution models, is showing the potential for a little bit of some mixed precipitation, maybe even some freezing rain into the far southern valley. It tries to sneak it up into parts of the central valley. I'm not quite that confident that that's going to be a concern that we have in place, but definitely going to be watching this as we go into the evening hours, because travel's already going to be tough, and this just could make things even more difficult on the roads. Your Saturday looks fairly dry, folks. Most of the falling precipitation won't necessarily be a concern on Saturday, but roads will likely still be an issue. And then with temperatures this weekend into the upper 30s, we're going to hold on to the fact that we could have melting and then refreezing all over again as we go into your Sunday and even into your Monday. Big picture point of view again, in parts of Chattanooga, we've had close to an inch of snow already. Travel is very tough in Chattanooga. This is what's heading our way. Winter storm warnings across the entire state. So here's a look again at your futurecast on a regional view. You can see this snow pushing into the region. There's the chance for a little bit of a wintry mix. Timing-wise, again, this is going to be mid-afternoon. Remember that wind advisory is in effect from 1 to 9 p.m. tonight. We'll put this into motion as we go into the evening hours, and we could get that little surge of warm air that moves in. It's going to be an interesting forecast, folks. Dynamically, we cannot wait to watch this kind of pan out. But hopefully by that point, you're kind of you're at home, you have nowhere to go, and you can kind of just enjoy the beautiful views of the snow. And don't forget to send us in pictures. But again, this morning, practice patience. It's going to be here before you know it. The rest of the week looks fairly quiet, but we will have some concerns with melting and refreezing on the roadways. All right, that's a look at your forecast, ladies. We're going to send it back to you.
All right, thank you.
We are checking all over Area 4 where the snow is falling, and let's head back out to Blount County.
Yeah, Libby Cunningham waiting for the snow there on a cold morning in Maryville. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yes, we are anxiously awaiting the snow along with everybody else. Like I told you all earlier, the roads are treated out here. It's been great to talk to everybody who's been driving past, telling us that they're excited for the snow. It's a good idea to get inside before it gets bad. But guys, it is getting kind of that bitterly cold. So I am dressed in my Doc Martens waterproof warm 2 pairs of socks. Meteorologist Cassie Knoll told me to wear waterproof pants. I'm wearing a layer underneath. I've got on a fleece. I've got on my waterproof jacket, my Carhartt gloves, and these are the best if you're going to be out sled riding. They are actually toe warmers. So you put them on your socks, into your shoes. They keep your feet warm, because if you're going to be outside and enjoying the weather, you have to make sure you're doing it safely. Another thing that's really important too, right now is a good time to prepare for things. So like I said before, make sure your faucets are dripping. Make sure your hose is unplugged. The roads have been treated with brine in a lot of areas. In Alcoa, they've been treating the roads with brine for a few days, because here's the deal. Brine is a little bit better than salt because it's a mixture of melted down salt, so it doesn't wash off the roadways when the cold and wet precipitation comes. So out here right now in Maryville, we are still waiting. Some of the city guys have been out treating the sidewalks with brine, but it is cold. So if you do go outside and enjoy it today, you've got to make sure that you are bundled up. And I'm telling you, these toe warmers are perfect for sled riding. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate it, Libby.
And make sure that you're...
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but we're going to, I guess. This morning, we're checking with emergency management officials and county leaders across East Tennessee about how they're preparing for the weather and how you can stay safe.
Yeah, Jim Snowden, he has the perfect name for this job. He's with the Knox County Engineering and Public Works Department and joins us now with more on what local agencies are doing to keep people safe. Good morning.
Hey, how you all doing this morning?
We're doing great. I like your name. I wish we could see some of that this morning. We're still waiting, probably like you too.
We are. We applied about 100,000 gallons of brine solution yesterday, and on all our level 1, 2, and 3 roads. So we've got all our trucks loaded and kind of staged out throughout the district, so people will see those trucks waiting and just waiting to hopefully snow that don't come.
Wow. Well, Jim, how many people does it take to get something ready for something like this? How many crews does it take? Because there's a lot of hours that go into preparing for a snow event.
There are. We have right around 80 folks and they're broke down typically in around 10 crews. So that's the full complement of our staff. So we'll have those guys out there until we get the roads back in good shape.
Well, we certainly hope so. You know, this past January of 2024. What month is it, Jim? Anyway, a year ago, we had that massive snow and ice storm come through East Tennessee. Yes. Did you learn a lot from that event that's helping you get ready for this one?
We did, and obviously some hard lessons, as you can imagine. But yeah, we were able to secure some more equipment, kind of change some of the processes, and think that we're going to be much better prepared this time than we were last year.
Are there any areas that you think could be more challenging that you're watching a little closer?
For us, it's always those areas that don't get a lot of sun, that have steeper hills and curves. So we try to certainly pay a closer little attention to those, and just encourage folks as they see things change. Let us know. We'll be here all day today, all day tonight, and certainly try to get those roads back in good shape for them.
Jim, if we want you to come to our house, can we send you our address and maybe a $20 bill?
As long as you live on a public street in Knox County, we got it.
Good answer. Good answer.
Well, thanks for all the work that you're doing. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Jim.
Well, thank you all. You have a good day.
Okay. I'll pay more than 20. Just kidding. I live on a big hill. It's hard to get out. It's hard. We don't have a choice here at Channel 10, do we, Tavian? We got to be here.
We sure do. We are hunkered down. We're parked. We're stuck right where we are. Giving you a look here over your traffic cameras. You're seeing a lot of green across the drive times map. Thankfully, not too many people out on the roads, which we love to see. Now, this is a camera view. When you start to get further down I-75 going toward the Chattanooga area, they are definitely seeing those flurries and the snow start to come down, some light accumulations that you see on the side of the roadways. But I'm not going to take too much time because it sounds like out west we're starting to see a little bit of snow as well. That's where we've got a reporter, Aaron Velasquez. Ladies, I'm going to send things over to you.
Thanks so much, Tavian. We appreciate it. We're continuing our team coverage now live from Crossville, where we're starting to see the flakes.
Yes, and no one is more excited, I don't think, than Aaron Velasquez out there just taking a little twirl. Look, you got a lot more snow on your jacket.
I know y'all see this snow hitting my face now. It's coming down. I'm joined by Joanne Wong. She's traveling across the country, driving through all this snow. Joanne, you're heading back to New York. Right now, we're here in Cumberland County. You're having some fun at the Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Buc-ee's, so I'm really excited.
Tell me about driving in the snow. I know you must be used to it as a New Yorker, but has this impacted your trip in any way?
Yeah, we definitely started earlier because we knew that the snow would be coming down. Right now it's not bad. It's dry snow. We've been seeing a lot of crews out there with the salt and everything, so the roads have been pretty okay.
Not just yourself, you've got your family. You've even got Maple down here. I'm interviewing a second dog today, and I have no shame in doing it. Maple, tell me your thoughts on this snow right now. Thank you for sharing that, Maple. She loves the snow, as you said earlier. How much fun is it for you and Maple to be out in the snow?
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Like, she saw the flakes coming down, and she's been eager to come outside the entire time in the car. So we're really excited to be out here. We're glad that Buc-ee's has a whole area for us to walk around.
And just lastly, what do you want to give maybe some advice to folks who are heading out on the roadways today? As a seasoned snow driver, what's your advice to folks driving on snow?
Yeah, don't drive like crazy. Just make sure you just stay aware of your surroundings, drive the speed limit, don't speed, and just watch out for some black ice.
I know y'all have said that you're heading back up to New York. You've got another stop in Virginia. At that stop, do you plan on getting out, letting Maple run around a little bit?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's ready.
She's pulling at the chain to go and play in this snow, ladies and gentlemen. Maple, just a bunch of cute dogs here at the Buc-ee's today. Maple, you keep talking down there. What do you have to say about the snow? Okay, thank you. Maple, Joanne, thank you so much for stopping and chatting with us. It's been a pleasure to meet you. We wish you a safe trip back up to New York.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Guys, it's awesome out here. We're having a ton of fun at the Buc-ee's in Crossville. The snow is coming down. I'm even starting to see it start to layer on the parking lot. So maybe the next time you see me, I might be able to throw a small snowball at Jillian behind the camera or something. But right now, ladies, go ahead and send things back to you.
Aaron on Snow Watch finally sees snow just before we end our broadcast, which is a little sad. But Rebecca is cheering the loudest, I think.
I know.
Hey, I will say it's right on time, right what we were talking about, folks. As you head outside, we're going to continue to see some snow across the region. And also, Aaron, I've had quite a few viewers message me and they say they love your energy. You're making everyone else just as excited about this snow moving in. We're like, snow. All right, here's McMinn County where we are seeing some flurries fall as well. Send your photos. I promise you, we are going to use them on air. We love getting a glimpse as to what it looks like across your area. And then into downtown Knoxville. We don't have any snow here just yet, but we were mentioning that this was going to be more so of a mid-morning and into the early part of the afternoon. So we just have to wait. Patience is the word, folks. And look at this. I mean, we have temperatures into the 20s, but dew points still into the teens. So we still have this pocket of dry air that's really keeping us from seeing a lot of this snow hitting the surface. If you want to see snow, you're going to have to drive out west, apparently right now, where we're starting to see this atmosphere saturate, or down south, where we have had in parts of Chattanooga, close to over an inch of snow. It's accumulating quickly. It's making travel rather tough. And guess what? This is going to be pushing into our area. So I know satellite and radar probably makes you sad when you look at this, because you're like, it's showing snow. Why? Why is it not hitting us? Well, as soon as the atmosphere, because you have to think, we have this big tall profile of the atmosphere. As soon as it saturates from top to bottom and we have this cold air in place, we will see snow. It's going to magically happen, folks, and I promise you it will happen as the day moves forward. We have a winter storm warning in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for all areas shaded in pink. A wind advisory that's in effect from 1 until 9 o'clock tonight. This is where I have just a few little concerns, because you notice this wind advisory is for winds coming out of the south. What draws in warmer air? Winds coming out of the south. And remember, I mentioned it yesterday, some of our models were hinting at the possibility of seeing a little bit of a wintry mix. Models are still hinting at that as we go into the afternoon hours, especially for areas south of I-40. I get a little nervous when I see it going north of I-40. I'm like, okay, we don't want that. We don't want a widespread mess across the region, but I'm not going to take it out of credit. So this is a possibility. It's something we're going to continue to watch as we go into the evening hours, or this could just be one specific model run getting really excited. Other models don't show quite that much of a wintry mix. So fingers crossed, folks. Hopefully our temperature profile can stay cold enough to where all of our moisture is going to be coming in as snow. Now, as we go into the weekend, we're going to continue to see the possibility for melting and refreezing. This is going to be an issue all the way into the early part of next week. We'll watch snow. Stick around as we go throughout the start of the day. There is the chance for a little bit of freezing rain into the far southern valley, and then this will carry on even as we get into the early hours of your Saturday. By tomorrow morning, folks, things are going to be so much quieter. We're not going to be talking about falling precipitation, but the concern more so is going to be the chance for some roads being impacted, which I'm sure if many of you have lived here long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Roads are going to be tough for a couple of days. Back roads, secondary roads, going to be an issue perhaps even into the early part of next week. We'll have much more in your forecast in just a little bit, and hopefully, ladies, by that point, we'll have Aaron making snowballs. We'll have more snow pictures coming in. We just can't wait.
I feel like Aaron's probably making Sam a little jealous out there. She needs something to talk about.
She's just hanging out on a hill in West Knox. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. You're absolutely right. I am jealous. I cannot wait to see some snow here, and hearing the excitement in Aaron's voice is just getting me all the more excited. Right now I'm at the West Hills YMCA. It is right next to Trader Joe's and a few other grocery stores, which is a good idea to visit this morning before we see those slick road conditions. If you need gas, if you need groceries, this morning is a good time before we start to see some of those major impacts. Now, also, I mentioned it earlier, but the roads here at the West Hills YMCA are treated. It looks like there's salt on the roads in all the parking lots. It's a perfect spot for sledding, and I want to show you so you can get excited, because when we start seeing some of that snow, you can start up here and then we're going to walk down here. Plenty of parking spaces again that are treated, and there are plenty of hills over here. You can see behind me. I think this is a perfect spot for sledding, and hopefully we'll get the chance to try that out later today. I'm going to be here all day, hoping to see a lot of people come out, especially because there's no school today for many people here in East Tennessee. So if you want to come sledding, we've got the perfect spot for you. We'll check in with you later.
All right. Thank you, Sam. We certainly appreciate it. We are hoping you get that snow soon.
That's right. And we are checking all over our area for where the snow's falling. Also eagerly awaiting the snow in downtown Maryville. That's where we find Libby Cunningham, and it's still so beautifully decorated for Christmas. I think that's what makes it so perfect.
Exactly. I am super excited to see the snow here when it gets here. We are anxiously awaiting to see it with the decorations, but there still is time to prepare while we're waiting for the snow that Aaron's seeing in Crossville. The public works guys in Alcoa told me this is a great way if you park outside, I park outside at home, to make sure that you don't have to buy new windshield wipers after all of this is over. And what you can do is just pull the wiper up like this so it's not up against your windshield, okay? If it's up against your windshield, the snow and the ice hit it, you're working really hard to brush it off, to scrape it off. Sometimes these still stay frozen even after you're pretty much cleaned off. And because of that, they can come up, if they're not up rather, and snap off. And you don't want to spend your day after the snowstorm dealing with the auto parts store, dealing with your windshield wiper. So that's one thing that you can do. Sam made a really good point when she was talking to us in West Knoxville. Make sure there's some gas in your car, because if the power goes out, you can still use your car to charge your phone that way. Make sure you're dripping your faucets and make sure that your hose is unplugged. And guys, here in downtown Maryville, we have seen crews. They are brining the sidewalks. There is brine, salt, all of those things to kind of deter the snow. Already down here, but later on, you're going to want to stay off the roads. We're going to check in with the Maryville police to see what they are doing to keep people safe, and we're going to head over to Food City too to see what it is like there. So a lot's going on here in downtown Maryville. We will send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Libya. We appreciate it.
All right, Tavian's been watching the roads for us. Anything changing out there?
You know, thankfully, not much has been changing for most of us. You're taking a look there at the Drive Times map. It's still just a whole bunch of green, but you can see right there as we look along 75 down toward the south. This is going to be pushing towards the Cleveland area, Chattanooga area, where you are finally starting to see some light accumulations. Now, a lot of the roadways, like you can see, when you look right down the middle, we're still seeing some of that blacktop, which is good. That means the brine is working, okay? All of the TDOT workers, all of the Knox Public Works employees have been going hard since Wednesday to get that brine on the ground. They drive around in these big old trucks like you see behind me, and with that, we take the brine that's in these big old tanks that's swirling around in there. It all filters through the pipe down toward the bottom and back of the truck, where you see the sprayer of the brine right there along the bottom. But actually, the holes that distribute the brine are along the middle. This black flat keeps the brine from going against your cars and focusing it on the roadways, so that we can actually have that impact. So the brine goes down first, and that is the first layer of defense against some of these icy conditions. After the brine, that's when we start to see some of these snowfall come down. And so one of the things that we talk about in terms of who gets treatment, that is going to be primarily based upon where you live. It's always going to start with your major roadways. There we go. We start with your major roadways like you see with Broadway here. Those are your primary level 1 roads. Then we look to level 2. So local roads, but with high traffic. So in this North Knoxville example, you're looking at Cedar Lane, Highland Drive, Adair Drive, and even down to Bruin as you work your way towards that I-75 exit when you're trying to work your way back up. Now, what I can show you is a shot here of a Twitter post made by a TDOT member down in the Chattanooga area. This is a video of some trucks that are moving that ice right around. So I told you that the brine comes down first. That's the first layer of defense. Then once we start to see some of that snow and that ice accumulating, that's when they galvanize the salt trucks and start to spread that around the road. So you get brine at the bottom, salt at the top, both of those with the same goal of helping to melt any ice and keep the roads as safe as possible. But if they're not going to be icy, they are going to be slushy from all of the water and some of the leftover snow that falls on top of it, and just the straight up rock salt itself. So if you go on the roads, be careful. Thankfully, it doesn't look like too many people have. So ladies, the roads are still looking quite clear.
All right, thank you, Tavian. We appreciate it. Well, we continue our live coverage this morning on those wintry conditions across East Tennessee. We're finally starting to see some action.
That's right, and Aaron Velasquez is having a ball in Crossville outside the Buc-ee's. Wow, it is really coming down out there.
It's starting to really come down. Ladies, give me a second. I gotta wipe my eyes. I mean, this snow is just getting all over the place. The California kid is having a lot of fun, okay? This is awesome to me. I know we're talking about the seriousness of being safe on the roadways, which is serious, and being safe personally, you know, make sure you're bundled up, staying warm, but at the end of the day, we want y'all to have fun. This is what East Tennessee is ready for and we're excited about. I want to take you on a walk through the Buc-ee's parking lot. Look at this. Look at what's underneath my feet. That's snow. I mean, it's got at least a decent layer so far. You can see on the shrubbery just how much snow has come down just in the last probably 30, 45 minutes. I mean, it's just super exciting to be here out in Cumberland County where they're going to be experiencing this snow first. Sam in West Knoxville, Libby in Blount County, I'm so sorry you're not having as much fun as me, but I'm having a great time. Jillian and I, we've been dancing, taking videos in the snow. I really do feel like I'm in like a Christmas movie, but the best Christmas movie in the South, in the snow, at a Buc-ee's. Where else would you rather be, ladies and gentlemen? This is the best place to be right now to experiencing the snow. We'll walk around again just to show you how much it's really coming down. It's hitting my face. Let's see if I can grab any, maybe get like a couple, just a pinch of snow right now, you know, like your salt at home, but it's coming down and it feels a little wet, so it looks like it might be sticking to each other. So that's what we're seeing out here in Cumberland County. Ladies, I'll send it back to you where I know you're jealous.
This is when it's the most fun, when it's like light and fluffy.
Yes, and so pretty and not causing many problems.
Yeah.
All right, Erin, thanks.
Okay, Rebecca, finally, it's coming.
Yes, well, we told y'all you just had to practice your patience just a little bit. So this is in Coker Creek. So this is another beautiful area in Monroe County where we are starting to get some of these videos coming in. And I actually believe I have the wrong name on here. This was shared to me on social media where we are seeing some beautiful snow, and we'll hopefully get that right here in just a second. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous, folks. Excited to see some of this snow starting to finally make its way down. Now, as we give you a glimpse into downtown Knoxville, unfortunately, Knoxville not seeing any snow just yet. My kiddos probably like, Mom, where's the snow? It'll be here before you know it. So just to take this morning, take it nice and slow. It's a snow day for most of us. The best and most important part, folks, is we want you to be safe on the roads. And as these conditions really start to increase across the area, you saw this from Erin's live shot. We've had reports in Chattanooga of seeing a quick inch of snow come down. This is really going to be something that develops quickly once it does start to make its way to the surface. And you're probably looking at the radar right now and you're just like, how is it not snowing? We have snow on the radar, but it's just not quite hitting the surface. You have to understand, with radar, it takes these beams and it goes right up into the cloud. So we're seeing the potential for snow aloft. It's just not quite hitting the surface yet. We have this pocket of dry air that we have to just kind of overcome at this moment. Winter storm warning is in effect from 7 o'clock this morning until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. By tomorrow, things will be much quieter across the region. Roads still going to be an issue, but when it comes to actual weather happening, most of the actual falling precipitation will primarily be up into the higher elevations. Models show, folks, that this snow is going to stay with us for the rest of the day. And there is the concern. Remember, I mentioned we have that wind advisory for the higher elevations there because there is the concern that we could see some of this transition over to a little bit of a wintry mix into the far southern valley. This is where we could see perhaps just some temperatures getting slightly warm enough to have that happen. Hopefully this doesn't happen, folks, because that's going to create things to be much more messy as we go into the start of your Saturday. We'd rather have an all snow event, but we are going to be monitoring the temperature profile of the atmosphere throughout the night. As we take a look at your 7-day forecast, temps stay in the 30s. We'll have the chance for melting and refreezing. I had a viewer send me pictures of the snow in Atlanta. I mean, it looked like a solid 4 to 5 inches of snow in the picture, and it was beautiful. And the kids were outside playing in it. I was a little jealous. So hopefully we can have similar viewpoints here across East Tennessee. Travel not advised across the region as we do have a winter storm warning across the entire state. We will see our chance for snow here locally, and then on the backside of this system, there is that chance with a little bit of warmer air in place. We may see a quick transition over to a wintry mix, sleet, or even some freezing rain as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Your 7-day forecast shows highs into the 30s as we go throughout the rest of the week. The concern for melting and refreezing will stay with us as we go throughout the rest of your Saturday and into your Sunday, and then even into your Monday, although that will be almost 2 days after our event. There is the chance that we could still see some impacts on the roads. All right, that's a look at your forecast. We do have Sam Perez, who is out live this morning, ladies. We're going to send it back to you because I cannot wait to see what she is seeing.
All right, well, right now I am just seeing a lot of cold, but oh my goodness, hearing Aaron check in and hearing the excitement in his voice, I am so excited for that to come over here. I'm at the West Hills YMCA, a perfect spot for sledding. Now, if you are planning to head out here to sled, if you're just going out today to enjoy some of the winter weather that we're going to be seeing, you want to make sure you pack a bag and are prepared. So just some of the things that I have keeping me warm out here. I have a hat in the car, I'll probably break that out later. I have double layers, make sure you bring a jacket. I have 2 sets of gloves, and I did bring an extra pair of shoes because not only is it going to be cold out here, but once we start seeing that snow, we're going to get wet, especially if you're wanting to play in the snow, make some snowballs, snow angels, sled, you're going to get wet. So you want to bring some backup. Now, also, if you have the ability to get hand warmers, definitely recommend it because, again, it is really cold out here. You want a jacket that's going to repel that winter weather. Again, anything that's going to keep you warm. So we're going to be out here all day, hoping to see some people coming out, enjoying the snow that we're going to see and sledding. You can see that big hill behind me. So we're excited for all of the fun to start, and we'll keep checking in and giving you all updates because we can't wait for it to get started here.
You're gonna need a hat, I think, and put those down in your shoes.
Yeah. We've got some tips, Sam. Although your hair looks good, I wouldn't put a hat on that. All right, we are checking all over the area to find out where the snow is falling. And right now we're taking a look at our traffic cameras. Everything is starting to turn snowy. Where is this traffic camera? We're trying to figure that out.
So this is pulling down into the south. This is going down I-75 south towards the Chattanooga area. So right along the edge of our viewing area. So now what we're really starting to see with our snowfall is that it's pulling in from the south and even from the west as well. You can see there with the traffic map that things are still relatively clear. I'm happy to see that we have no crashes. It's nice to see that there aren't too many people on the roads and things will continue to be safe around much of East Tennessee. We've got people all over town, of course. Aaron is out west having a great time in Cumberland County, Crossville area. Don't think we have anyone further down into the south, but again, you see a couple of roads down in that direction. That kind of leads us back into the conversation earlier that I was mentioning with some of that brine. You probably noticed right there with that I-75 shot, a couple of flurries rolling through, but also you can still see the blacktop. Not as much as the lines, but you can still see that blacktop on there, which is proof to me that the brine is working. Again, the brine is a saltwater mix that goes down on the highways, on the roads before we start to see the wintry impacts, and then once the wintry impacts begin, that's a big old cluster of people just falling together. But you see how they're going nice and slow, very demure, very mindful. Nobody wants to slide off the road. And now you're taking a tweet that I found from a TDOT representative. Chattanooga area, you are seeing those salt trucks load up, and now they're about to head out on their routes. So that's the kind of activity that we are going to see eventually here in East Tennessee. But you know, we got to get to the snowfall first. They are slowly encroaching upon us, but we're waiting for them to actually pass on through. Rebecca's probably said this often enough but what we've been waiting for is for the drier air down to the surface to become more saturated. So we here in Knoxville can finally get the opportunity we've been waiting for, like just about everybody else in Tennessee at this point, ladies.
All right. Thank you so much, Tavian. We appreciate it. Good information this morning. And hopefully all of you are curled up with your coffee, enjoying a warm home and maybe a fire in the fireplace.
We went and got a lot of firewood. We made sure we got our sleds like on Monday because I didn't want to be caught not having any sleds for the kids, you know?
I know. So and there were, as of yesterday, sleds available at Mayo Garden Centers around town. And they were reasonably priced, only $20 compared to some of the sleds you found.
Yeah, like $50 or $60.
50 or 60 bucks. It's a piece of plastic. Come on, people.
All right, you know who needs a sled? We need to get him one quickly. Is Aaron Velasquez because he's having the time of his life out there in Crossville.
I am. I'm having a great time. We got a lot of snow on the ground now, and it's just gonna keep on coming. I want to grab Jillian, actually, our photographer. I want to walk you over here. We want to show you, hey folks, how y'all doing? Look at these beautiful dogs enjoying the snow. Have a great one. But we wanted to show you, this is the on and off ramp at the exit on I-40, I-40 East going back onto Knoxville. We wanted to show you what the road conditions currently look like on some of these major highways that we're seeing. You know, I actually no more than 2 minutes ago saw a TDOT snow plow come through this area. It wasn't plowing anything because there hasn't been much buildup on the road so far. It looks like the snow is coming down, but it isn't sticking and accumulating, maybe creating that layer of precipitation that could turn into ice in some of those frigid temperatures that we're seeing right now. But it is coming down, so we just wanted to remind you that TDOT spokesperson Mark Nagy tells me that on and off ramps, overpasses, underpasses, bridges, things of those natures are going to be the slickest roads first. You know, they're going to build up the precipitation and get into the frozen slick material. If you do encounter a slick spot, just be sure to stay calm. Stay calm and just, you know, ease onto the brakes. Don't slam your brakes. And always, if you're traveling on these roadways right now, watch your speed and just be sure to leave a lot of space between you and the car in front of you, just in case you do encounter a slick spot. But overall, people are having fun. All these folks here at Buc-ee's traveling with their animals. Gosh, another dog. There's been probably 3 or 4 dogs that we've seen this morning out here enjoying the snow, getting their potty breaks in. But it's been an awesome time here in Crossville. As a California kid, I'll speak personally, I didn't do snow much as a kid, and every time I've gotten to cover it here at WBIR, it has been fun. And ladies, you know, this snow's coming your way, so when it hits Knoxville, I expect you all to go outside and have some fun.
We will. Aaron, don't eat the yellow snow.
Yes,
there is your one pointer.
advice.
Your one pointer for today.
Look, a snowplow right there.
Yeah.
They're out there working.
Wow,
Shout
there
out
we
to
go.
TDOT.
See, working hard. And you move away from the road too. You're making me a little nervous.
Yeah.
All right, Rebecca.
Be safe, my friend.
It's coming.
So fun. I know. And I'm like, Aaron, put some gloves on. Where's your gloves at? Except that's like the mindset I had from yesterday. I made all my kiddos try on their snow pants. Unfortunately, we did not have snow boots. So I heard trash bags. Put those over there. I feel actually ashamed to be coming from North Dakota and not have snow boots for my kids. It's like the gamble you have here in Tennessee. Some years you feel like you have some fun events, and then other years you just kind of get the big old goose egg. This year we have another big system that's making its way into the area. This is Coker Creek. We had this video shared to us by Jamie. Come on, folks, if you want to make my day, send me all of your snow videos. I want to see you making snow angels as the day moves forward, snowballs, snow cream, all the fun things. We're just kind of in the waiting process right now, which is the hardest point to be in. You're probably all looking at me going, you said it was gonna snow. Where is the snow? It's coming, folks. I promise you it's gonna be here soon. We need our temperatures and our dew points to get a little bit closer together. We need the atmosphere to get saturated for us to get this snow to actually hit the surface, but you can see it. It's all over us right now across East Tennessee. If you wanna see some snow, you need to travel up into a slightly higher elevation. Winter storm warning is in effect across the region as we are going to take you into the early morning hours today and as we go into the early hours of your Saturday. Wind advisory also in effect from 1 to 9. And again, we're going to be watching this system as it pushes its way into the region as we go into the evening hours tonight. So your 7-day forecast shows a lot of fun stuff. Temperatures into the 30s. Melting and refreezing will be a concern even into the early part of next week. But thanks for being with us. You know, I mean, it's been fun to track all of this snow now that it's starting to come in. And, you know, Tavian and I are going to be doing little cut-ins and updates all morning.
They just put 2 feathers in their cap for getting the forecast spot on.
I know.
Good job, guys. Good job.
We did it.